It's a very innovative world. It incorporates so many aspects of new designs, of groundbreaking designs, and that really stretches the bounds for the watchmakers themselves.
It encapsulates science, mechanics and art. You can strap it to your wrist and it will tell the time. It will give you that notion of space where you are, and this is completely unique.
There's a community of dealers and traders and collectors that it's almost like trading cards for adults.
There's a varying range of collectors out there. Collecting could be on any different level, and just because they're less expensive watches doesn't mean they're any different.
It's the constant discovery. It's a process of education, discovering pieces you didn't know exist before, understanding the engineering of them, the horologic importance of them. I think this is beautiful. I love the way it works.
It's interesting to me to think about the history of the watch, what it's been used for, and how it's survived to this day.
You can be very rational and logical about it. This is a watch which should interest me, but those aren't necessarily the pieces that I end up buying. 50% of it is emotional. For me, an important criteria is whether I'm going to wear the watch or not.
Part of the thrill is finding that piece that really has remained intact and still looks cool.
I think condition is really going to become more and more prominent in collecting over the future, and I think vintage will always be the end game. With vintage, there's usually one or two, and sourcing them is very difficult. I mean, you have to really be on your game, reading these catalogs at all the auction houses, talking to every dealer around the world. I mean, it's a very international hobby.
It's something you get to use and wear and enjoy.
We have people that are interested in the watches that we never would have dreamed would have been interested.
A timepiece, a watch, can be a very, very much a talking point. This magic of the mechanical watch is something which provides an instant connection.
We'll bring people together that haven't seen each other in a long time.
It's through watch collecting that I've met a number of my best friends now. We all come from very different backgrounds. We somehow seem to complement each other. The social, the community part of it has been huge. That was not something that I anticipated when I first started collecting watches, that it would become such a social activity.
A sense of having a common subject, a common interest to share, and it can strike up a friendship from just that instant of the mechanical watch itself.
Everyone's different, but for me, it's just having something that makes you feel good.
A new generation is coming around every decade or so, and so we have this basis of work there to spark the flame that will enable the future generations to take up the challenge for creating their own fine mechanical timepieces.